Welcome everybody, TikTok Tuesday has arrived again as it does every day of the week on the same day. Today we got ourselves another Firewalker matchup here. Tomorrow we will finally bring some new users on, but we will do another Firewalker who has sent this one in here. In the upper right hand corner, we do have the red Terran being played by TheDylonFive. TheDylonFive is going to get into with the red Terran. Down here, we do see the little blue Terran being played by the man you know, no need for an introduction, but we will mention his name. It is Firewalker playing for Team Copper. Obviously, he's a very chatty fellow, and they're already chatting away here. We're going to run this game at 2 times for a little bit here until we get something going here. Dylan5 is going to elect to drop his wall right at the very top of the ramp at his base, while Firewalker is blocking his at the natural here. It's a little bit different style to start the game here. They're even asking where each other is from. Wow, these guys are fairly friendly. I love it when the community is happy with each other. And now you see why they're happy with each other. There you go. That should sum it right up. Firewalker built himself a pretty sweet looking wall. I'd like to think that's a little bit of a holder, but fair enough. We're going to assume it's not. And this is one kick ours wall, Firewalker. Up here we do just have the standard supply depot barracks supply depot wall going up there. He is not doing anything special except for building a bunch of SCVs. I do believe he's a little bit behind, a little bit slow in the production here, but he is going with double gas to start this game. So getting a little bit serious. Firewalker already dropping down the factory. Possibly going to see some widow mines. I'm not guessing. I'm telling you we're going to see some widow mines. I have not seen a widow mindless game out of Firewalker yet. Firewalker actually walked his SCV through the hole, which told him there is a hole there, so he builds his supply depot to cover that up here. Here he goes here building off the expansion is Firewalker. We're going to one base it for Dylan5 here with the double gas. I'd imagine Reapers. Not Reapers. I have lied. Not too sure what he is doing, but this is Silver League at its best. Both these guys are Silver League if I haven't mentioned that yet. So he's going to go double gas. I'm not too sure what he's going into. Usually you would tech right up to a factory by this point in time and not the third barracks, but fair enough. There's Firewalker. I'm not even sure I've been paying attention to the chat, but telling him not to make any excuses. And Firewalker claims that the profile picture was scary enough. Anyways, we'll slow this down so we can get caught up on what has happened so far. Firewalker is dropping the widow mine in a fairly retarded location, so I've elected to move it. Does have the nice looking wall off here. Finally lowers that supply depot. Basically has a barracks bunker at the front door here. And looks like one more barracks. So 2 barracks, a factory, and a starport is going to be his build. Up here we got 3 barracks, a whack load of supply depots. Definitely not going to be supply block anytime soon. And the early double gas. So he's going to be very heavily on gas. As is Firewalker. Apparently he did get the double gas fairly early. But in Firewalker's defense, he actually has some technology to spend that gas on. While Dylan5, son, I don't know what you're doing, but you're going to have a lot of gas for whatever you choose to do. Firewalker is going to scout every corner of this map and is now going to make his way carrying that little load of minerals over. Maybe it's a party gift to say, how you doing, neighbor? I brought you some minerals. He's going to make his way right up here. Going to run himself into the welcome committee. This is going to take him down. No, not in Silver League. We use the move command. What friendly players these guys are. Oh, that is not a friendly marauder. As Firewalker managed to walk by. If that ever happens, you know you're playing bronze or silver. If your SCV can walk past that many units, then you know you're playing someone special. So he gets in the base, gets all the scouting off, so he'll know that he's well ahead at this point in time as there is only 3 barracks up for Dylan5. Dylan5 is now getting the combat shield there. Down at the other end, I would like to think that the upgrades have already happened. No. Apparently, Firewalker does not need upgrades for his ground units. Maybe he's not going Marine Marauder, but that would be proper because he does have 5 Marines. I was going to say he doesn't have any units on the field, but he does have 5 Marines. I forgot about the 4 in the bunker here. So now he is finally getting down that tech lab here. Is going to get in the 10-minute research for his combat shield and his testosterone pills and his Marauder slow, I would imagine, so if he chooses to do so. Over here, we do have this army looking around. Not entirely sure what they're doing, but they're going to search every corner of the map as well. So both these guys did scout all the corners before they found their opponent. Not that that is any judgment, as I've done that many times, and many high-end players also scout every corner before they find anybody. My only problem is, what in the heck is he doing going back to this corner of the map here? He is apparently scouted... Oh, sorry, he did do a cross scout. My bad. So he did a cross scout. So he has elected to do a cross scout, then a backup here, and then another scout down to where Firewalker actually is. So he is taking the super scenic route to find his opponent here. Whenever you do scout cross first there and you miss it, then you're pretty much 50-50 from there, and it's going to be a long trip if you mess that one up. So he is heading up here. Firewalker sending around SCVs. These SCVs are going all over the place. He's going to try and bring him another parting gift. I don't think this one's going to be welcomed quite as nicely as the first one was. We will soon see. I would like to think these guys are on the patrol command and not the move command this time. We're going to find out. They meet up with the SCV, and oh, I can't tell. That distance was so close. I'm going to assume they were on the move command. But what an army he has so far. Wow. 22 Marines, 6 Marauders to Firewalker's 5 whole Marines and 1 siege tank. He now has determined by process of elimination that he knows exactly where Firewalker is and will now start making his way over towards that base. And I don't think he's going to have a problem walking in that front door, if you ask me. Wow, that siege tank and Widowmine I don't think are going to be enough. We're going to find out. If he uses the move command, what in the... Okay, apparently he's going to use the move command. By using the move command, that made this army very stellar for Firewalker. He took out a lot more units than I thought he was going to. But still, yet, he is in big trouble here. He is going to focus that supply depot. Not a good choice. Another Widowmine gets a hit off here. He is blasting away here. Needs to get in the mineral line here. Start taking out as many SCVs as he can here. Here he goes. He's going to go away at the SCVs. Lots of his guys with very minimal health, so they are losing a lot of guys to the SCVs here. And they do get a good surround on him. These SCVs might be able to finish the job, but there's a lot of Marauders there. Firewalker needs to get some units out here. He's going to be in big trouble. Really needs to go for the mineral line here. Start blasting as many SCVs as he can at this point in time and not stand there on coffee breaks on this. The worst. No! The Widowmine. Oh, gets another Marauder kill. What's he going to do from this point? He is actually moving up into the main base here, which is what he needs to do. Firewalker's about to get out another Widowmine here. Does have it patrolled to go over towards the base. He does see it's building, so he focuses down that factory to start here. He is focusing the tech lab. Sorry, very, very smart move by him there to get rid of that tech lab. That would delay basically any more tanks, I guess, from coming out there. The SCVs do get the surround on him here. What a good play by him. Very well done. Ha ha ha! This is TheDylonFive. All right, so anyways, he has the 1 Marauder here. This 1 Marauder is going to get as many kills as he can and then walk into the Widowmine, which he knew was there. Fair enough, my good man. Let's pull up our production tab and see what if he was macroing at the same time here. So Dylan is getting the level 1. So very good getting level 1 on weapons. Stim pack is coming out for Firewalker at this point in time. Is going to double the barracks up now. So very good move by Firewalker here. Does have the patrolling SCV with that little tiny patch of minerals as the parting gift. Still trying to give it to someone. We are moving out again. If all else fails, rinse and repeat. Let's move these boys down here one more time and see if we can get in that base. He's praying Firewalker hasn't rebuilt, and he would be partially right, other than the fact that these Widowmines are still here, and these Widowmines are going to do a little bit of damage. If Firewalker moved all his Widowmines into here, he could actually massacre that army. Yes, very good move, Firewalker. Get a few more in there. I wouldn't mind seeing a few more on the ramp there, but fair enough. He is going to drop in the back here. Not a bad placement either. So they will build up their couple bunkers here. He just needs some people to fill those bunkers. Now, we are going to stop in the middle of the map here. Finally, he apparently is moving everybody down manually, so TheDylonFive might be a little bit delayed, so he will finally get down here. This Widowmine will obviously get a shot off unless we see a scan here. I don't picture it in Silver League. Boom! Nope, there we go. Kills off one, the other go down, and nobody to repair, so that bunker goes down at the same time. Like I said, the second he chases up this ramp here, that's going to be it with these 2 Widowmines. Does get in there, is repairing that bunker. That bunker is going to be very close. Takes out the 1 Marauder. 2 Marauders are going at it. Oh, 3 SCVs repairing should be enough there. Should be able to take out that Marauder. There goes the Marauder. Should be enough repairing it now. He continues to move up. He doesn't care. Not the best choice there, TheDylonFive. TheDylonFive loses every one of those units, but gets an expansion up in the meantime. So very well done by TheDylonFive, macroing at the same time. At the same time, Dylan5, for a tip, you might want to start building some more production buildings. Still sticking to the whole 3 barracks at the 16-minute mark. Should have much more out by that point in time. Firewalker on the other side, let's take a look here. He has the 3 barracks there, 1 at the front gate, of course. So 4 barracks, the factory, and a starport. So not a bad amount of building, especially for Silver League at this point in time. Wouldn't mind seeing a rally point out of these guys here, so not standing by the buildings. And here, I'm pretty sure this guy with the parting gift is walking back and forth, finding someone to give that to, or making sure that he knows where the 3rd or the 4th goes down. There we go. Now we have all the Widow Mines on the round here. And with the game style I've seen out of Dylan5, that should be enough to protect you for a long time. Firewalker, I'm sure you'll walk into that each and every time. We will speed us up to some 2 times here. Firewalker is dropping down a turret there, so very good move by him here. We do see the concussive shell is finally going down, and the Terran infantry level 1 is also going down for Dylan5. If we take a look at the upgrade count here, we do have 0-1 for Firewalker. This will be 1-1 for Dylan5 here. He is macroing up another army to rinse and repeat as we are used to seeing here. He is just finishing up Stimpack. Does not have concussive shells at this point in time. And no, does not have level 2 weapons yet. So he will make his way down to the top of the ramp here. We'll slow this down a bit so I can keep up with the action. I'm a little slow today. Here we go with the 3rd command center heading down here. We do have a fairly hefty army going on here. Let's take a look at what is in that army. 28 Marines and 7 Marauders. But Firewalker in the meantime has amassed up 12 Marines, 1 tank, and 4 Widow Mines as well, with the 2 medevacs to complement that army. So he is doing quite well. Should be able to defend this, I would have to imagine, especially with this Widow Mines at the front door here. So he does have the 3 there at the front door still. I thought that was a 4th burying, but maybe he just unburrowed and burrowed because he was getting too hot under there. There we go with that siege tank fire under there as well. I would have to imagine that this army will melt fairly quickly when they try to walk up there just with the 3 mines alone. There's the 3rd, and that is exactly what Firewalker's SCV with the nice gift was for. So he does know that the 3rd is down. He's a little bit ahead as his is just finishing up here, but not very much. But at the same time, he did have his 2nd up for quite a bit longer, and it is quite a bit more saturated. And we should, yes, we do finally have some more production buildings going up here. We do have the factory and the starport, so they're both fairly equal. At this point in time, the 2nd starport will go down unless Firewalker has built anything else. No, he hasn't. He is up by 1 barracks, but does have the armory going down. So we could be using the armory for extra upgrades, or could possibly get to see some Thor play out of Firewalker here. He is doing the SCV transfer here. They're going to get down to the 3rd base here. Here goes the army of Dylan5. He is going to choose to move in. Does have the friendly SCV. He really loves the SCV. Finally shoots him down there. Dylan5, if I can give you any tip, it is use A and move, especially when you're moving across the map with an army. Just a tip. I hope it helps you. Very minor tip, but very beneficial to you there. We do have the 4th going down for Dylan5, I did notice here. So now he is really getting macro heavy at this point in time. Both these guys carrying a very hefty mineral count. Once again, Firewalker proved my point. If I ever had a ton of money I needed stored, I'd go to you, Firewalker, because you are the king of keeping money. $4,700. He could really get into a heavy Thor build if he wanted. He is a little light on the gas, but at the same time, he has enough money out there. I would like to see him maybe drop a 4th and a 5th down here as well, just to get that money spent. Like they say, if all else fails and you have a ton of money, you don't know how to spend it, start dropping expansions, because you got to get that money spent somehow. He is spending a sensor tower. Finally, we are getting these sensor towers out. That is his 2nd sensor tower. So he does have 2 sensor towers on the map. Knows exactly where this army is with the coverage of the 1st sensor tower. We will speed this up. I thought he was going to move. Oh, he moves right on cue. He says, please don't speed it up. I'm moving. Oh, boy, this could be disaster here. You really got to get some medevacs and possibly a Raven, as you do know those Widow Mines are on the field. Oh, wow, how fast that army melts. And he runs. He's running, probably having no idea what in the heck just hit him. Wow, the little army went down fast. I don't even think his army took 1 shot and they went down. Firewalker's going to follow this up, figuring he just melted a heck load of an army, and it didn't cost him a dime. We might see a drop of Widow Mines here. This could be pretty sick. He is bringing all 4 of those medevacs up here. Not sure why he's bringing so many medevacs for the drop here, but fair enough. This could be the first drop I have ever seen out of Firewalker. This is a moment, the first moment your son walks or your daughter walks. This is what we are witnessing. Firewalker's going to bring us a drop of Widow Mines. I love it. Finally, at least they're not Marine Marauder. But if you're going to do a drop and it's your first drop, make sure it's hardcore. And I'm going to love this Widow Mine drop. Here we go. We have no detection in any way, shape, or form up here. I don't even think there's a turret, actually. Sorry, he does have 1 form, but I believe these guys are going here. He does spot it here. All the Marauders and Marines are moving over here. Firewalker, what are you looking at, son? Let's take a look here. Oh, Firewalker is finally paying attention. I am going to watch your camera view for this to see exactly what you are thinking. He is going to run. No, Firewalker. Not that he had much of a choice. I would assume he's going to fly around a different angle on the base here. Here he goes. We're just going to watch his view until this drop happens. He is staring up there, goes back to his base here. He's going to take a look at exactly what's going on here. Does get a couple more medevacs out here. So that's a fairly bit. Everybody is scattered. Does have the main mine out fully there. I do believe that he did have some SCV sitting there. We will check later, but I'm just curious what he views as he drops this for his very first drop. Where in the hell is he flying to? Firewalker. If you look on the mini-map, Firewalker is heading. I can't handle it anymore, Firewalker. I'm so sorry. Where are you going here? He is going in the very, very, very long route around here. He really loves the scenery on this map. If you didn't catch the beginning, he was so happy to be doing the new map, so maybe that's why he was exploring. He wanted to see every nook and cranny. Here he goes. He will spot this. I wouldn't mind seeing him drop a Widow Mine on each one of these mineral lines that he flies past, just so he can delay any SCVs. Let's see. No more than one should do, as he doesn't have an army here. We'll soon find out. He did stop, so I'm assuming he's planning on dropping. There we go. Plant that baby there and take off with the rest. Perfect move there. Oh, we do have a Thor coming in for TheDylonFive. TheDylonFive is following them. TheDylonFive has met up. He has a Thor on this. Both of those armies are going back and forth, and he has elected to get back to the base here, possibly with dropping the Thor off at the same time here. Here we go. He's going to get a chance to drop these little... Oh, no. Runs into a turret. You got to drop him. We will see if he chooses to drop him. He will get in the back quite easily here, but it's almost mined out. It's almost a waste, but getting the SCV kills will help a lot here. We will soon find out if he elects to drop or if he elects to go right down this side, which will not work. Does see the turret going down. You got to do something. Oh, no, not the Thor. He drops the burrows him. Oh, devastating. Oh, the Thor goes. I don't know why he would drop the Thor in there. Oh, if anything, drop the Thor over here so it's out of range. That really hurt. Now he is burrowing all over the base here. There we go. Does get vision on that, so that's 2 Widow Mines lost there. But 2 Widow Mines for a Thor kill. I will give you the benefit of the doubt, Firewalker. You came out ahead on that one. Let's take a look at our production tab here. We do have Thor crazy from TheDylonFive here. 3 more Thors coming out. Is getting the vehicle level 1 at the same time. So we are going into a heavy Thor build apparently here with the Marauders. So really going hefty on the ground. Wow, look at the Thor count here. Does have 5 Thors on the field, 5 Marauders, and 3 Marines. Firewalker going Marine heavy with 56 Marines, 4 tanks, and 7 siege. Widow Mines. Widow Mines have worked very well for Firewalker. Does have 1 more in here, so he could choose to drop here, get a lot of SCV kills. Let's see if Dylan is paying attention here. Does burrow. Oh, no. This could be devastating. Oh, not as devastating. They weren't quite bunched up there, but he did end up getting 3 out of that there, so very well done. Firewalker has a plethora of medevacs here, but he does have a lot of Marines this time to cover him off here. There they are. They're burrowed. They're hitting him. He is ready to plant this attack here. He does have the Widow Mines outside the base. Knows how many Thors there are here. With the stim there, he should be able to hopefully kill off these Thors. It will be very close there. He is melting the Thors away. Does put him on the move command to get him up the ramp here. It is going to be fairly close here. They are melting away those Marines fairly quickly, though. So it does look like he will win this. So those Thors do overtake this. Still does have the 3. Whether or not TheDylonFive remembers these Widow Mines are down here, we will find out. He might chase. Oh, this could be devastating if he does. Oh, he backs off. Very good choice by you, TheDylonFive. Does maybe recognize that they were down there, or maybe just didn't want to extend his army at that point in time. Laughing out loud, back to the drawing board has been the saying of the game, as they are kind of bantering a little bit with that saying now. Here we go. We're bringing up some more Marines here. Marines not the best choice against Thors. Might want to bring some of those siege tanks up here, as he does have 4 of them. If Firewalker says, yes, it is my turn to go back to the drawing board. So he does have enough medevacs here. I wouldn't mind seeing him maybe drop in the back of the base here. Up here with a bunch of Marines and that there's nothing up there protecting, and just start knocking these production buildings off here would be very handy. Is bringing just a ton of Marines. You got to bring some tanks or something else to complement this army with at the same time. He does have 5 tanks on the field here. Does have the 6 Widow Mines. Does cancel that. Decides to go to 2 tech labs onto the factory here. So maybe he is going to get into a Thor build. I thought he had. Oh, maybe he was just building out of 1 factory there. Sorry, I thought he had tech labs on all of them anyways to get the tanks, but apparently was 1 factory on the tanks there. Does have the 3 vision towers out there, so we'll be able to see everything. No! Oh, he is lucky those Marauders took those shots. All the medevacs go down, so really didn't get any Thor shots. So very, very lucky by TheDylonFive there. Did not suffer any Thor shots. Does get into that base there. Will start to take out a lot of SCVs there. Does have the mines planted in that mineral line, so that will prevent anything else from happening. Obviously, he loses all his Marines to the massive amount of Thors here. They're going to walk down here. These sieges really need to siege up at this point in time. He is trying to go up here. He does see it. There goes the Widow Mines. Very smart, as he did have the tower there to see that. All these rejuvenate there, so he does have 3 Widow Mines ready to fire. Really needs to get these sieged up at this point in time. Come on, Firewalker. Siege up, buddy. Oh, he's going to move. He's so close to the Widow Mines. Oh, there's one. And they hit the medevacs and the Thors. Didn't really do a whole lot. Thors will obviously absorb a lot of that damage there. They're going to move out. The 4 Thor, 5, 6. Is that 6 Thors in there? 6 Thor army is ready to move out. Maybe put some SCVs in there to help repair. Is very devastating if you can get those in there to help, as they do complement a Thor army fairly well. Firewalker is now in a bit of trouble at this point in time. Does have these 4 Widow Mines. Could choose to possibly move them up here and plant them. But as for now, they will sit there. We are walking up here. I don't know if... Oh, there we go. Now he finally sees it. Should have enough to fend this off with all these tanks being sieged up. There's a lot of siege fire. He has the medevacs there for absolutely no reason. They all go down. Thors take out the last of the tanks there. Takes out a Thor here, but he does have 2 more siege tanks in a very good spot here. So they're going to possibly take out the front Thor here. And yes, they do here. Does have some more Marines moving down here. Some more Marines coming in the back on the move command here. They all get up there. These Marines need to start shooting instead of doing nothing. Mines take out a lot more there. There they are. They turn around, take out one more Thor. One more Thor to go. These should be enough to take them out here. They do take that army out there. It's a very good defense. And once again, with that money, very good. Firewalker is starting to spend the money. Both these guys with more money than they know what to do with. Firewalker is sitting on, I believe that is 4 bases, and 4 bases for TheDylonFive, but TheDylonFive, unfortunately, doesn't have anybody mining out of 2 of his bases, so really only has 2 bases. Firewalker, on the other hand, is doing very well with his saturation here. Does have a lot of workers, 19 and 18, and is just getting this one up and going here. Pretty much mined out the Nat. And yes, it does look like this is all mined up here. So it does have some spare SCVs that he could be spending. All these guys have so much they could really be building off of 7 or 8 factories if they really wanted it. If they want to go to a heavy Thor build or maybe go into a battle cruiser build. Usually when you get this late in the game and you have this many minerals, you want to get into the heaviest unit you can. There's the last Widow Mine going down there by the SCV. So very well done. All right. We will rinse and repeat. We will speed this baby up so we can get this going here and see who's going to get further ahead. Production tab, we do have a lot of upgrades coming out of Firewalker. He's getting level 2 for the ground army. We got 2 more Thors coming out for TheDylonFive. If we take a look at the army count, though, we do only have the 1 Thor for TheDylonFive and 9 Marines, 6 tanks and 13 Marines, and 1 random Hellion. Not entirely sure what the hell Hellion's doing out at 35 minutes and was built at 35 minutes. Not too sure there, but look at the SCV count, and that is really the devastating point. But at the same time, they're at square one because they both have an infinite amount of money. So realistically, it's anybody's game. It's going to be who has the most production buildings, and that award is going to go to Firewalker. So I'm going to have to assume that he's going to be the one coming out ahead. He is so far ahead in the army count. Does have a better mix in his army there, as the other guy's going straight Thor and 9 Marines. So not exactly the best. And we are finally, he is supply block. So he has pretty much capped out at 194 food, 286 food. Like I say, TheDylonFive, your lack was the amount of production buildings you had. You have so much money, but you don't have the gas. Kind of realize that. But at the very least, pump out extra Marines off reactors or something like that there. But anyways, we will get a few more scans going down. Do have a fairly hefty count on the Thors here. Here comes the army of Firewalker. They're going to stim and move up here. I don't know if there could be enough Thors to take out what we're going to bring here. We will find out here. There they go. They melt through pretty much every one of those Thors. Does have a couple left. They all go down. And now I don't know if he's going to have enough to be able to spit out enough Thors at this point in time. He is going to lose, but he is melting down that Marine army one by one. He might actually win this battle. He has got a few more. Oh, the Widow Mines, though. The Widow Mines might be the answer here, as they did end up taking up that Thor. He is going to come up here. A ton of mines that he could end up burrowing. I don't think that one Thor could take out those mines in time, as well as the Marine count, of course, as well. 195 to 37. There's another attack there. Does scan it. Goes for the attack. Oh, here we go. He's finally going to move that army up here. They're going to move in. These Widow Mines are going to have to get buried. One more Thor left, and that might be the GG. Burrows all those Widow Mines in the base there. Nothing's coming out the front door at this point in time. Good game, and noobs. Both of these guys fairly decent. I'd love to tell you Thank you for watching. Send your replays to tractorchute at gmail.com. I'm going to try and get one more up by tonight. I will leave you with this saying here. If you're going to paint the barn, you're on the right side of the field. Don't let it snow unless you're going to build an igloo. Thanks so much for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.